Okay, so this is the last thing we are going to talk about today for the lecture, and then we will talk about the group formation and then what we are moving forward for the final project. Okay, so lecture right now we have. Let's go back to the storyboard, and then if you type here the lecture. Okay, so right now ESCO provide 7 lecture. If anyone think you can create something new, then you can propose to ESCO to Apple. It say that with this 7 is on, you cannot create any other gesture. So the first one is what tap. When you want to tap on item, that one can single tap or double tap, or you want to tap with multi finger, like you had tap like with 2 finger or 3 finger, like, and you see like they have with the iPhone, no, but iPad, like we use 5 finger, we can move the screen back and forth to switch between the app, right? The another one is pinch. Pinch is what? Zoom. You use 2 finger to zoom in or zoom out an item. The rotate. So you want to, for example, in the image, and you want to rotate the image, you type on that one, you rotate, right? Swipe. Swipe what? It detects the swipe from the right. For example, if you want to implement the hamburger menu and you don't want to add the menu button there, you want people when it's white, it will show the menu. That's another way, right? If you see in most of the app, it implement that way. Okay, pan is what? Pan means you tap on the one item and then you drag it here and there, right? Oh, this before is the swipe in swipe, just tap it and swipe, like swipe left, swipe right. This is the screen edge, so it will detect if you swipe from the edge of the screen, like from the left edge or the right edge, or from top or bottom. For example, if you highlight something like this, it will drag from the bottom, it will display the control, like the action center. Yep. And then the last one is the long press. So like when you press on, for example, this is not fork touch, right? Okay, again, it's not fork touch. we don't learn about for 3D touch here. What you press, for example, you press on that one, you can set like 0.5 seconds or 1 second. After that one, it triggers something. If you keep pressing, don't press so hard, it break your screen. Okay, so this is all 7 gesture that ESCO provide. We will learn few today, and the rest we will try to explore that one during the lab. Okay, so what do we want to do? Pen first. Okay, I want to move this pair around. Okay, so I will drag this pen gesture into the pair. You want to apply this gesture into which item, and you drag that one into that item. Okay, so I drag that one into the pair. Okay, and then if later you have bunch of item on your screen and you don't know if you drag that one correctly, and you have like bunch of items, you have bunch of gesture, and you're not sure if you drag everything correctly, then you can see here we have one band gesture here, and if you right click, it will say this one it is for the pair image, right? It will highlight the item it's being associated with. Okay, so now it's we drag on we have this item on the pair image, and then okay, so move this one to okay. What we want to do, we want to write the action that it recognize the pen when we tap on the pair, and then we move it around. So we control click on the pen and then drag here and draw add action for it. Okay, I save on pen, and this one you should select the UI gesture recognize. Okay, so let's open this one bigger. We don't want to see the pair anymore. Okay, here, so with what we want to do with this one, we want to move the pair around, right? So for the gesture is always have something like this. We said what the state of the gesture is always had 3 states. Yeah, it may have something else. But for this one we use state. You go to not the state. You go to sender dot state. Okay, and then where we see what do we have for the state. So we check if state equal to okay, so it has some, not 3, but the one we mostly use is the begin, meaning it detects that the gesture start to happen. And then the second one is the change meaning during the time that action happening, like why you moving the image. That's one during the change. And the last one is the ended, meaning when you release your finger from the image, right? That is the 3 stages we use the most. Okay, so if we check this one, it begin, then for example I just say bring here begin, and then check this one if the state change. And then the last one, so remember we have more than 3 states, so you still need to check this one, end it, and then now end it. Okay. Okay, so do you think it work? Try. Okay, so I tap on it, nothing happened. Okay, so what we need to do, where the, okay, so now it haven't locked anything here, meaning that it not even go to start. So what happened? So the reason is that by default the image is not the image view is not interactable item. You have some item like the button, it is the interactable, meaning you can tap on the button or something, but for the image by default no. Then you need to set that one. So you go back to this, and okay, so you check on this box, user interaction enable, right? You need to check on this one, and then now let me run and see. Okay, so I type on this. Okay, it should have something here. No, still no. Oh, here. Okay, so it say begin change ended, but actually it's not moving, right? We haven't write any code to update the new location of the pair. Okay, so we have something here. Let's transition equal to sender dot trans, sorry, not transition, translation. Sender translation in view, right? And then here just put view is what? The whole view, your main screen. Okay, so in here you want to do like the cell dot, no, you don't need cell here, pair image dot center, and then I want to update the center. So this one, the translation, it will detect how much I move from the original point, right? So I want to somehow to save the original point, so I put one variable here, say initial point, and this one is the CG point. Okay, so this one, let's say, oh, okay, let's go down there, and then when we start to move, I will save that initial point, meaning the the initial point of the pair, right? Okay, then I save initial point equal to what is it, the pair image dot center, and then here I will update, right? So I will update this center, the CG point, and then what is it, CG point, and I use this one, the double, and then the S will be what? S will be the initial point dot S plus translation dot S, and same thing for it, Y, initial point dot Y plus the translation dot Y. Okay, so the translation, okay, change this one to okay, so let's 0 0, that a lazy way, X and then Y, initial point, right? Okay, so when it starts, I save the initial point of the pair, and then when it moves, I update the position of it. So let's run and see. Okay, so it starts, and then when I move, you see, so now I able to move, and when I relieve, it will say ended, right? Let's do it again, right? So every time I start to click to tap on the image, it will store that initial location, and then we can move it around, right? Okay, so if you notice here, the change, this one is the continuous event, right? So it triggers this one continuously. So the rule of thumb is you don't want to put the heavy task into the change. Just do some simple task. Don't put some crazy calculation there, or some very crazy animation, or you want to load in something there. For example, when you just move one pixel, you want to update, you want to reload some data, for example. Okay, so that's one, just put very simple thing there. This one we just update the location. Okay, it will hang your app. Okay, so that's one we just try on the first one on the band, right? Then we tap on the image and we can move around. Okay, we try another one. So now let me do it this way. I don't want to drag from the view controller anymore, so we will write that one by code. Okay, so here after it load, I will set a, so now your pin gesture. This one is the UI pin gesture recognizer. Okay, and then let's see here, target and action, right? So the target is always cell, and then the action, it had a selector here, so it will be this one, and then selector, and then open, and then the name of the function in this selector. And I need to create a function first. Let me remove this one, we don't need this one. Okay, so for example, I say function on pinch, and then the sender is the UI bin gesture recognizer, right? Okay, so we add the function here. So it will be view controller dot on pinch, and then we need to add this one because in this function we had a parameter, so we need to add this one. Okay, so the next thing is we need to add this bin gesture into the image, right? You want to apply this gesture onto that image, then we say where image dot add gesture recognizer, and then we add what, the pinch gesture. Okay, so this is the way you do it in code. If you don't want to add everything on your storyboard, you see a bunch of gesture there, and you may make some mistake when you drag something here and there. So you write by code, then you can easily check your code. If your app is really big and you don't want to add a bunch of gesture there, so it's easier to write it this way and manage the code. Okay, so it will be the same thing. So on pinch, what we want to do, pinch is what you want to zoom, right? So this one we want to zoom the image. So image dot transform, right? You want to zoom it, so it will be transform, and then gg of file transform, and then max scale, right? And then right here, actually here when it pinch, it's a continuous event, right? So when you pinch just halfway, it made the image like 2s already, and you keep pinch, it need the previous state, right? So it's better we use the scale, not max scale, right? So we need to say let transform equal to the image dot transform, and then here we want to put the scale and this one. Okay, so this one will be the transform, and here we put sender dot scale, and for sy same thing, sender dot scale. Okay, am I missing something? Let's try. Okay, so let's drag it to the middle, and then how do you want to, you only have one mouse. How do you want to simulate the two finger, right? So you click the option, let's see here, two finger, right? So after you click option, it has something like that, and you move your mouse, so it's like you want to like have two finger close to one point, and then if you want to move both point around, then you click shift. If you click shift, you can move it around like this, right? If I release shift, I should able to move it now. So again, option to show two finger, and then move it to one point, and then shift, then you can move it to the position you want. Okay, so now I release shift and I click and I zoom this. Oh wow, see, zoom it too big. How am I going to zoom it out? And so it's smaller. Okay, whoa, too small. Okay, and then it's gone. It disappeared. Magically disappear. So the one thing here, after you zoom, you need to set this scale back to 1, because next time you want to move like 2s, so you mean 2s from the previous state, so you always need to set the scale back to 0. So let's say pair image dot scale, this scale, no, not the pair image, I mean the sender dot scale, so equal to 1. So here the tricky part, we set this one back to 1, and then we can see it zooms smoothly. Okay, move it to the center, option to show two finger, and then shift to move these two finger around. Okay, and then I click on the pen, zoom in. See, now I'm able to zoom it smoothly. It's not like suddenly become giant and then suddenly disappear, right? So now it's able to. Okay,
The scaling is it affect to when we using auto layout?
The scale when using auto layout.
I mean that when you change the position,
Mm.
we need to use an S constraint.
Mm.
So when we use transform scale, we need to.
The transform scale is still a work in the auto layout. Yep. Only the like SY position and the width and height if you want to set the frame. With auto layout you cannot use the frame, but you need to set the constraint for the width and constraint for the height. Okay. Yep. So any question on this one?